What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. And as you guys can see today, we're going to be taking a look at the Batman Hush version Superman action figure that all of us have been waiting on for a long time. I know everyone wants to know if this is going to be the definitive 6-inch Superman, and I feel like it will. But that being said, let's go ahead and find out, starting out with that sexy packaging. Now for that sexy packaging, we do have the window. As you guys can see, you can see the figure and some of the accessories. It says Batman Hush right there. You've got Superman looking up towards the sky. That's that symbol of hope look. You've got Superman Batman Hush version written right there. Action figure, Mafex, Medicom toy, DC. At the top, you've just got an image of him using his heat vision. It says Batman Hush right there. On this side, Batman Hush. Heat vision once again, except he's reaching a little bit. Then on this side, of course, you do have Superman in a vanilla pose looking really dope. Batman Hush up top, DC, Superman, Medicom, all the same stuff you see. And then on the back, you've got some poses you can get him into and some other legal stuff at the bottom. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and bust this guy out because I know everyone wants to see what this figure is all about. Now here he is straight out of the package, another beautifully delivered figure from Mafex / Medicom toy. Man, this Superman is dope. And I gotta say, I feel sorry for anyone that did not pre-order this guy because he sold out everywhere in Japan. You are not gonna be able to get your hands on this guy if you didn't pre-order him from somewhere. I really hope you guys that decided to go with the domestic release either got him at Big Bad Toy Store, Toys in the Box, or just some other stores because, man, this guy right here, I'm definitely going to have to get a second one. I can already say that. But not to harp on that too long, let's go ahead and get into the details. And this guy looks beautiful. As you guys can see, that head sculpt is super dope. It's very accurate to the look from the movie and the comic book. I love it. They went with this light blue, which actually makes that red pop a little bit more. I really love how they added some blue in the hair as well. Let me move my lights. Maybe you guys can see that a little better. But it's black. The hair is black, but it has like a blue wash to it, and it looks so good. On the cape, they got the Superman logo right there. On the back, they did super good on that. That's no pun intended. But as you guys can see, all the muscles and everything on this guy. And he's a little bit more muscular than Batman, so don't think that they used the same mold. They definitely did not. The belt looks good. It's just like this. It's plain, but it's still done very well. I really love how they did everything on this guy. Now, I'll say straight out of the package, the guy feels a little bit stiff. Then again, it's cold here in where I live, so maybe there's some weathering that's causing the joints to feel a little bit stiff. But overall, this guy is just sick from head to toe. Like, I love this. I really, really love this. But anyway, sitting him back down, let's go ahead and get into his height so we can move on to that articulation. Now for the height on this guy, he is just shy of 6.5 inches, as you guys can see. So pretty tall figure, but he's definitely going to fit in scale with the rest of your Medicom or Mafex figures. And of course, we will get into some size comparisons a bit later in the review. Now for the articulation on this guy, mine only looks up not much at all. I didn't mean for the head to come off, but mine only looks up about this much. And I was thinking it was because the ball peg in the neck wasn't facing the right direction, but it actually is. Normally you can move it a whole lot higher, but mine is not moving any further up at all. So that's about as much as I can get out of mine. Now I will say this as well. When you're trying to make him look up, watch what you do at the neck because the hair will scrape the neck, and as you guys can see, you will get some black spots on there, so our paint rub. Be careful of that for sure. But anyway, you do get tilt at the neck, as you guys can see. Head does turn all the way around. He does have butterfly joints in the arms. You can actually do, I believe, what's called his thunder clap move. I think that's what it's called, where he claps his hand and it sends out shockwaves and pretty much destroys everything in front of him. You can do that, so they come in well enough. And if you bend the elbow, you can get it a little bit more for like a bear hug or something like that. But I don't think Superman really does bear hugs. Anyway, he does have a bicep swivel, as you guys can see. Double jointed elbows come in about that much. His hands are on a hinge. You can move them however you want. He does have a diaphragm joint. Be careful with this because I've heard people say that this also causes paint rub if you don't do it the right way. He goes back about that much and then he comes forward only about this much, so not too much forward. The rest of it is going to come at the waist. As you guys can see, if you use the waist, you can get him to crunch all the way forward. You can get him to crunch even further back, and this is probably what's going to help with those flight poses, because mine, for whatever reason, just does not want to look up. I feel like the neck is too small. But anyway, of course, you can move him side to side at the diaphragm, and you can do it at the waist. He does get turned on both, so a whole lot of movement at the torso. I always love that. Legs are on the drop down method. You just kind of tug down and he kicks forward about that much. Superman doesn't really kick, but he can give his enemy the boot if you want him to. The legs go out about that much, so he can totally do the splits. He does have a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, I wanted to make sure. As you guys can see, be careful with these. My knees are a little stiff. I don't know, maybe I'm working them in a bit. But yeah, they are a little stiff. His foot goes down about that much, up about that much. He does get ankle rocker, and he does have a toe hinge, as you guys can see. I did that on accident. So yeah, as far as articulation goes, this guy moves perfectly fine with me. He's definitely stiff, but that's to be expected. Now, as far as his cape goes, there's only 2 wires in them, and they're at the ends of his cape. As you guys can see, they're pretty strong wires, so they hold up the cape for sure. You don't have anything in the rest of the cape, but if you want to get it blowing out, you can totally do that. The only problem is that the bottom piece right here is just going to sink in. I really wish there was one more wire in there. I don't know how they could have worked that, but yeah, it does work, but it could be a whole lot cooler. Now, for his accessories, you don't get a whole lot, but I feel like you get a necessary amount. First off, he comes with the stern look right out of the packaging and a pair of fist hands. He comes with a pair of flight / karate chop hands, and since mine can't fly, I probably won't use these. He comes with a pair of relaxed down to his side hands. He comes with a pair of hands for kind of reaching, grabbing, like he's flying and trying to get something. He comes with a pair of cape holding hands, and as you guys can see, there's a bit of room between the thumb and index finger. I've never seen Superman grip his cape, but I mean, it's cool that they threw those in there. He comes with an extra hand for Batman, which I believe this is a kryptonite ring or something like that. I don't know, but I remember Batman using it in the movie. I just forgot what it was for. He comes with an extra head where his teeth are gritted, his eyes are red, he's got the Sharingan on. No, I'm just playing. He's using his heat vision. But I really wish he would have came with a heat vision effect. But still, this face sculpt does look really, really good. It looks like an angry Superman, and I dig that. And also, since he was simping in the movie and the comic, he comes with a pair of vines or roots. These feel super cheap, but these go around his arms, and this one right here goes around his neck. Now, since we got these, I'm hoping that we get a poison ivy. That would be so fire, a 6-inch poison ivy. But yeah, that's pretty much all that we get with him. Not a whole lot. They really could have done a bit more, but he was barely in the movie. He's barely in the comic, so it's not like they had a whole lot of room to work with anyway. So I think it's good enough. Now, for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the Medicom Toys Justice League Henry Cavill Superman. Oh my gosh, I hope that Snyder cut is going to be good because this weight is killing me. The Hush version of Batman, also made by Medicom Toy, and then just the DC Icons classic Superman. Next up, here he is standing next to an event exclusive Ultra Instinct Goku. This one has the Saiyan Raised on Earth head sculpt on it right now because that's how it was when I last had it. The SH Figuarts first released Jiren, and the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Broly movie Vegeta body with the demoniacal fit normal head sculpt on it.
He not beating Goku! He not beating Goku!
And lastly, here he is standing next to a Storm Collectibles Injustice 2 Darkseid and the McFarlane Toys, I forget which comic this is, but it is the Doomsday Batman. Now, for all the people who have been asking if this is going to be the definitive classic Superman 6-inch figure, I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. This is it. Out of all the attempts we've gotten for different Superman figures, I really think that this is the one that hits the most. SH Figuarts can't compare. Freaking, we're not even going to discuss DC Collectibles or Mattel because I hate those figures as it is. Some of them look good, but they don't pose good. This figure looks great, poses great, and comes with a ton of accessories. Not a whole lot, but enough for you to do whatever it is that you need to do with a Superman figure. This is it. I really do love this figure. My only gripes with this guy is that mine can't look up as much as I want him to, and then there's no wire in the middle of the cape to hold the back of it up. So you really can't get a full blowing cape effect. But other than that, I can't really complain. The articulation is great. Accessories, the paint, sculpt, detail, it's all there. I really, really do love this guy. Now, I do want to give you guys some advice. Mafex, I don't know if there's anything going on with the manufacturing, but anytime you get a new Mafex figure, this is something that I recommend from the jump. Soak it in some hot water for a little while, because usually, especially the lower half, because usually the lower legs, I don't know what it is, something about where that T joint is, I think that's what it's called, or the double ball pegs, where the legs connect, they get stiff really fast. And if you start to hear squeaking on it, don't even continue messing with it. Immediately put it in some hot water, get yourself some shock oil, and apply it to the legs, because mine was starting to squeak, but as of now, nothing at all. I can do whatever I want with this guy, and now I'm not worried about it. And this one I just oiled as well. So yeah, make sure you get some of that, because it will save your Mafex figures. These guys are way too expensive to break, and I don't know anyone that wants to spend $90 twice, because sometimes Mafex is good about replacements and then other times they're just not. So make sure you guys do that. But overall, this is a solid figure, man. I really, really enjoy this. I wish I would have ordered two. I'm still going to order another one, but I already know what to expect. So I'll say this, if you guys don't already have your hands on it, see if you can find a domestic release. This one was imported from Japan, but see if you can find a domestic release for somewhere close to retail. If not, I hate to tell you guys, you're going to be spending $120, $140, maybe $160 on this figure if you haven't already got it. But I do recommend it for sure. So that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, to make sure to keep up with all of my other content that will be coming. Hit that subscription button for sure. Hit that bell icon so you're notified, and also follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe wherever you are. Peace. Go get this figure.